Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
In the history of humanity, the Quran introduces us to many prophets who were sent as guides, reformers, and messengers of truth. Among these noble prophets, the story of Prophet Nuh alayhi salam holds a special place. His story is not just an account of a nation, but a lesson of patience, perseverance, and the ultimate triumph of faith over disbelief. The Quran narrates his journey in several surahs, including Surah Hud, Surah Nuh, Surah Al-Mu'minun, and Surah Ash-Shu'ara. The mission begins. Prophet Nuh alayhi salam was sent at a time when his people had completely abandoned the worship of Allah. Instead of remembering their Creator, they had fallen into idol worship. They carved images of their righteous ancestors and later began treating those statues as gods. They gave these idols names such as Wad, Suwa, Yaguth, Ya'uk, and Nasr. Quran 71:23. Slowly, shirk, associating partners with Allah, spread in society, corrupting their hearts and deeds. Allah, in His infinite mercy, chose Nuh's to bring His people back to the worship of one God. He was not just a prophet for a few years, rather, as the Quran highlights, he preached for 950 years, Quran 29:14. This immense time period shows his extraordinary patience. A messenger of patience, Prophet Nuh began his mission by calling his people openly and secretly, day and night, with love and concern. In Surah Nuh 71:5-9, he describes his struggle. Greater than, my Lord, indeed I invited my people to truth night and day, but my invitation only increased them in flight. And indeed, every time I invited them that you may forgive them, they put their fingers in their ears, covered themselves with their garments, persisted, and were arrogant with great arrogance. Then I invited them publicly. Then I announced to them and also spoke to them in private. This passage paints a picture of his incredible effort. He tried every method: public preaching, private conversations, words of encouragement, and even warnings. Yet most people rejected him. The response of the people: instead of listening, his people mocked him. The leaders of society, especially the wealthy and arrogant ones, were the harshest. They could not accept that a man like themselves was chosen as a messenger. They said, as mentioned in Surah Hud 11:27, greater than, we do not see you but a man like ourselves, and we do not see you followed except by those who are the lowest of us, at first thought. Nor do we see in you any merit above us, rather, we think you are liars. Their arrogance blinded them. They despised the poor believers who accepted Nuh's message and saw faith as a sign of weakness. Yet Prophet Nuh alayhi salam responded with wisdom and humility. Greater than, O my people, I ask not of you for it any wealth. My reward is not but from Allah. And I am not one to drive away those who have believed. Indeed, they will meet their Lord, but I see that you are a people behaving ignorantly. Quran 11:29. Hope and warning. Prophet Nuh alayhi salam reminded them of Allah's signs: the heavens, the earth, the rivers, the crops, and the blessings they enjoyed. He called them to repentance and promised Allah's mercy. Greater than, ask forgiveness of your Lord. Indeed, He is ever a perpetual forgiver. He will send rain from the sky upon you in continuing showers and give you increase in wealth and children and provide for you gardens and provide for you rivers. Quran 71:10-12. But instead of turning back, they plotted against him. The chiefs said, greater than, do not leave your gods. And never leave Wad, or Suwa, or Yaguth, or Ya'uk, or Nasr. Quran 71:23. The majority clung to their idols and rejected Nuh's call, no matter how compassionate or patient he was. A prophet's supplication. After centuries of rejection, mockery, and stubbornness, Nuh alayhi salam turned to Allah with a heartfelt dua. Greater than, my Lord, indeed they have disobeyed me and followed him whose wealth and children will not increase him except in loss. And they conspired an immense conspiracy. My Lord, do not leave upon the earth from among the disbelievers an inhabitant. Indeed, if you leave them, they will mislead your servants and not beget except wicked disbelievers. Quran 71, 21-27. This dua shows both his pain and his reliance upon Allah. He knew guidance comes only from the Almighty, and he entrusted the matter to him. The divine command. Finally, after 950 years of relentless struggle, Allah revealed to Nuh alayhi salam. Greater than, none of your people will believe except those who have already believed, so do not be distressed by what they have been doing. Quran 11:36. This was a decisive moment. The door of guidance was closed for the stubborn rejectors. Now Allah's command was to build the ark, a ship that would save the believers and become a sign for future generations. After nearly 1,000 years of preaching, the people of Prophet Nuh alayhi salam remained divided. Only a small group of humble believers accepted the truth, while the majority mocked, insulted, and rejected him. Finally, Allah's command came, a turning point in history. The divine command to build the ark. Allah revealed to Nuh alayhi salam. Greater than, construct the ship under our observation and our inspiration, and do not address me concerning those who have wronged, indeed, they are to be drowned. Quran 11:37. This command was unlike anything Nuh alayhi salam had received before. He was to build a great ark, though his people had never seen such a vessel of massive size. They lived far from the sea, so the idea of constructing a ship in the middle of dry land seemed absurd to them. But Nuh alayhi salam trusted Allah completely. With his followers, he began gathering wood, shaping planks, and constructing the ark with devotion. The mockery of the people. As Nuh alayhi salam and his companions worked, the disbelievers passed by and ridiculed him. Greater than, and he constructed the ship, and whenever an assembly of the eminent of his people passed by him, they ridiculed him. He said, if you ridicule us, then we will ridicule you just as you ridicule. Quran 11:38. They laughed at the sight of a prophet building a gigantic ship on dry land. They called him insane and mocked the believers for helping him. But Nuh alayhi salam, filled with patience, replied with calmness, knowing that Allah's promise was near. The sign of the flood. Allah had already told Nuh alayhi salam that his punishment would come in the form of a flood. The sign was given. Greater than, until when our command came and the oven gushed forth water, we said, load upon the ship of each kind 2 mates in your family, except those against whom the word has proceeded, and those who have believed. But none had believed with him, except a few. Quran 11:40. The gushing of water from an oven was the divine signal. At that moment, Nuh alayhi salam began gathering the believers and pairs of animals into the ark. This was to preserve life for the world after the flood. The painful trial. His own son. Among those who refused to board was one of Nuh's own sons. The Quran captures this heart-wrenching moment. Greater than, and Nuh called to his son who was apart, O my son, come aboard with us and be not with the disbelievers. He said, I will take refuge on a mountain to protect me from the water. Nuh said, there is no protector today from the decree of Allah except for whom he gives mercy. And the waves came between them, and he was among the drowned. Quran 11:42-43. This shows the greatest test of Nuh's faith. Despite being a prophet, he could not save his son. Guidance is a gift from Allah, not inherited by bloodline. Even family ties could not protect against disbelief. The flood covers the earth. Soon, the skies poured with relentless rain, and the earth gushed with springs. The Quran describes, greater than, so we opened the gates of the heaven with water pouring down, and caused the earth to gush forth with springs, so the waters met for a matter already predestined. Quran 54, 11-12. The flood was overwhelming. Mountains and valleys were drowned beneath the rising waters. The arrogant leaders who mocked Nuh alayhi salam now faced the reality of Allah's decree. But it was too late. Safety in the ark. Meanwhile, the ark sailed calmly by Allah's command. Greater than, and it sailed with them through waves like mountains, and Nuh called to his son, but the command of Allah prevailed. Quran 11:42-43. Inside the ark, there was peace. The believers and pairs of animals were saved, floating on the surface of the vast floodwaters. The ark became a sanctuary, a symbol of Allah's mercy and protection. The end of the flood. When Allah's decree was complete, the rain stopped, and the waters began to recede. Greater than, and it was said, O earth, swallow your water, and O sky, withhold. And the water subsided, and the matter was accomplished, and the ship came to rest on the Mount of Judy. And it was said, away with the wrongdoing people. Quran 11:44. The ark settled on Mount Judy, and the believers stepped out onto dry land once again. Humanity would begin anew, with Nuh alayhi salam as the father of generations to come. A prophet's dua for his son. Despite the decree, the pain of losing his son weighed heavily on Nuh alayhi salam. He turned to Allah. Greater than, my Lord, indeed my son is of my family, and indeed, your promise is true, and you are the most just of judges. Quran 11:45. But Allah reminded him, greater than, O Nuh, indeed he is not of your family, indeed, he is one whose work was other than righteous, so ask me not for that about which you have no knowledge. Indeed, I advise you, lest you be among the ignorant. Quran 11:46. This was a divine lesson. True family is not just by blood but by faith. The prayer of gratitude. Finally, when the ordeal ended, Nuh alayhi salam was filled with gratitude. The Quran tells us, greater than, and Nuh alayhi salam said, my Lord, cause me to land at a blessed landing place, and you are the best to accommodate. Quran 23:29. Allah accepted his prayer, and peace was granted to him and the believers. Lessons from the story. The story of Prophet Nuh alayhi salam is full of timeless lessons. 1. Patience in Dawah. Nuh preached for 950 years, showing us the importance of persistence. 2. Faith over numbers. Only a few believed, yet they were the ones saved. Truth is not measured by the majority. 3. Trust in Allah. Even when mocked, Nuh trusted Allah's plan completely. 4. Family and faith. Salvation is based on belief, not lineage. 5. The Ark of Mercy. Just as the Ark saved believers from the flood, today, faith in Allah and the Quran saves us from the flood of sins. After the flood ended and the Ark rested on Mount Judy, humanity entered a new chapter of history. Prophet Nuh alayhi salam emerged from the Ark with his faithful followers, filled with gratitude and awe at Allah's mercy. This moment was not only the survival of a few believers but the beginning of a legacy that would shape the world forever. The new beginning. Those who stepped out of the ark became the foundation of the future generations of mankind. The Quran highlights that the descendants of Nuh alayhi salam were blessed with honor. Greater than, peace be upon Nuh among the worlds. Indeed, we thus reward the doers of good. Indeed, he was of our believing servants. Then we drowned the others. And indeed, from his followers was Ibrahim. Quran 37, 79-83. Allah granted him peace, mercy, and respect, making him one of the most honored prophets in history. Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam, the forefather of many prophets, was among his descendants, showing the continuation of divine guidance. The title of first of the messengers The Quran tells us that Nuh alayhi salam was the first messenger sent to mankind after Adam alayhi salam. Greater than, indeed, we sent Nuh to his people, and he remained among them 1,000 years minus 50 years, and the flood seized them while they were wrongdoers. Quran 29:14. This shows that Nuh alayhi salam holds a unique position as the first of the great messengers, ulul azm. His struggle became the foundation for future prophets who would continue the mission of guiding humanity to Tawheed, the oneness of Allah. The spiritual legacy of patience. The Quran emphasizes Nuh's patience as an eternal example. Greater than, so be patient, O Muhammad, as were those of determination among the messengers, and do not be impatient for them. Quran 46:35. Nuh alayhi salam endured centuries of rejection yet never gave up. His legacy teaches us that true success in Dawah, calling to Islam, lies in steadfastness, not immediate results. Lessons from his family's trial. Perhaps the most powerful lesson from Nuh's story was his son's rejection. This event reminds believers that faith is a personal choice and that guidance is only from Allah. Even the family of a prophet is not guaranteed salvation unless they believe. This destroyed the arrogant assumption of the disbelievers who claimed honor through lineage instead of faith. Greater than, indeed, he is not of your family, indeed, he is one whose work was other than righteous. Quran 11:46. This divine statement made it clear, true family is the family of faith. Nuh alayhi salam in the hereafter. The story of Nuh alayhi salam does not end in this world. In the hereafter, he will stand as a witness against his people who rejected him. Greater than, then we will surely question those to whom a message was sent, and we will surely question the messengers. Quran 7:6. Nuh alayhi salam will testify that he conveyed Allah's message fully, and his people rejected it. Scene highlights the responsibility of both messengers and their nations. Symbol of divine justice. The flood of Nuh alayhi salam was not just a punishment but a sign of Allah's justice. It wiped away corruption, arrogance, and disbelief, showing that no power, no wealth, no status can stand against Allah's decree. The Quran says, greater than, indeed, we, when the water overflowed, carried you in the sailing ship, that we might make it for you a reminder and that a conscious ear would be conscious of it. Quran 69:11-12. Thus, the ark itself became a reminder for future generations that Allah saves the believers and destroys oppression. The dua of Prophet Nuh alayhi salam. Among the most powerful aspects of his legacy is his dua, supplication. After years of rejection, Nuh alayhi salam prayed, greater than, my Lord, do not leave upon the earth from among the disbelievers an inhabitant. Indeed, if you leave them, they will mislead your servants and not beget except wicked ones and disbelievers. Quran 71:26-27. This dua shows his deep concern for future generations, as disbelief spreads corruption and harms humanity's moral compass. At the same time, his dua for forgiveness of the believers is equally beautiful. Greater than, my Lord, forgive me and my parents and whoever enters my house a believer and the believing men and believing women. And do not increase the wrongdoers except in destruction. Quran 71:28. These du'as reflect both justice and mercy, shaping the way Muslims understand supplication today. Nuh is a model for the Prophet Muhammad. The Quran repeatedly reminds Prophet Muhammad of Nuh's story. The struggles, rejection, and patience of Nuh were meant to comfort and strengthen the Prophet Muhammad as he faced the courageous opposition. Just as Nuh alayhi salam was mocked for building the ark, the Prophet Muhammad was mocked for preaching Tawheed. The lesson was clear. Truth always prevails, even if rejected by the majority. Timeless lessons for us today. The legacy of Prophet Nuh alayhi salam carries eternal guidance for us. 1. Never give up on Dawah. Even if people reject us, our duty is to convey the truth. 2. Salvation is only through faith. Wealth, power, or family ties cannot save us. 3. Trust Allah's plan. Even when mocked or opposed, Allah's promise is certain. 4. Patience is the key. Just as Nuh alayhi salam remained steadfast for centuries, we must stay firm in our faith. 5. Allah saves the believers. Just as the ark protected Nuh's followers, faith in Allah and the Quran protects us from the storms of this world. The eternal ark. The story of Prophet Nuh alayhi salam is not just about the past, it is a living reminder. The ark symbolizes faith, obedience, and protection. Just as those who entered the ark were saved from the flood, those who hold firmly to the Quran and Sunnah today will be saved from the trials of this world and the punishment of the hereafter. Allah says, greater than, and we left for him favorable mention among later generations, peace upon Nuh among the worlds. Quran 37, 78-79. This verse shows that the name of Nuh alayhi salam will remain honored until the day of judgment. His patience, sacrifice, and unwavering faith are lights for every believer to follow.